All right, let's walk and talk. I'm walking finally at home. Got Miss Roly Poly here. Kara, say hi. She loves the grass field. So Kara just got back from Europe. And I, couldn't, as I've said before, I couldn't have been happier with her. She's obviously amazing, and I tried not to fuck it up. I was just thinking about some statistics to go over, and then what the plans are now. So, thinking about statistics between Rome, Rotterdam, and Falsterbo. Kara and I did 8 160 rounds, not including any jump offs, and she was clear in 5 of 8 of them. She had 4 faults in the 6th, and she had 8 faults in 2 of them. We had 8 faults. So that's a clear round percentage of 62.5, and a 4 faults or better of 75%. Well, I'm all right with that. And as I spoke before, there was the 2 8-fault rounds. There was a lot of error that I made. In Rome, my studs were too small, way too small, and that was my error. It wasn't Rolly's error. In the Nations Cup round in Rotterdam, where I had 8 faults, there was a light rail that we had that it was a little bit from me trying to give her too much room to the vertical. And then the fence after that, I saw too long of a distance. I think my focus got bumped a little bit because of the rail, and then I picked the wrong distance to the fence after. We had 2 rails. The 4 faults in the Nations Cup in Rome, we talked about before. I had the wrong ride in. I waited and then I allowed instead of allowing and then waited. So that was a bit of a minor error, but something that I learned from there and I fixed going forward. And the 2 8-fault rounds, they were errors that I made. It wasn't just like, oh shoot, unlucky day. No, they were errors. And even given that, we stayed 8 faults. So I'm really happy with that. And then if you look at the Grand Prix, we were clear in 2 of 3 of the Grand Prix, and we won 2 of 3 of the Grand Prix. So, your clear round percent in Grand Prix and your win percent in Grand Prix are the same, and pretty happy with 66%. 67%, 66.6. So statistically, super happy with that. A lot of lessons to take. And, going to Europe, I was just on the list to do Rome and Rotterdam. And before Rotterdam, Chef to Keep Robert gave me a call and wanted me to add Falsterbo to the list. It made sense. We could make it work in our schedule. We moved some things around and went to Falsterbo. And obviously, so happy I did that. That was awesome. I was so happy that, we got the opportunity, that we were given the opportunity to go to Falsterbo. Okay, so we come home. I took her shoes off the day she got home. We're walking around, when we're at home, she just hangs out on grass all the time. So why do we need shoes on? She'll have a few weeks off, and then we'll do a couple of smaller shows here in California. And then she'll go back to Europe for the Saint-Tropez League of Nations and the Barcelona Nations Cup final. So it's about getting ready for that. And yeah, I'm just happy to be home. I'm so happy for the opportunity that we had in Europe this year. And, each time, we do these shows, we learn, we get better, make mistakes, but we learn from those mistakes. And, I feel like I showed throughout the 3 shows that steadily it was just getting better and better, from the mistakes being made to refining and not making those mistakes. I look forward to the future, and yeah, let's go. What do you think, Rolly?
Rolly.
Have you?